We're expecting these speeds to hold through the night. But will this weather actually hold all the way through the Easter weekend? I'll have the answer coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Ben. News tonight, a push for new protections to keep common Hawaiian words and even foods from being trademarked.
Certainly many people turned a blind eye.
Hawaii Congress members find plenty to be concerned about in the Mueller report, but what can they do about it?
And environmentalists say they feel betrayed as the governor tries to revive a controversial bill over water rights. Full vindication, but that's not what the report says. The special counsel says the president tried to take control of the Russia investigation, and it's unclear if he committed a crime. Local reaction in a bit. First, here's Nicole Killian.
President Trump flew to Florida Thursday night for the holiday weekend, happy with the results of the Mueller investigation.
I'm having a good day, too. It was called No Collusion, No Obstruction.
Attorney General William Barr held a morning press conference before the report's release.
The Deputy Attorney General and I concluded that the evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
But on the issue of obstruction, special counsel Robert Mueller's report noted if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. However, we are unable to reach that judgment. The 448-page report states the president's efforts to influence the investigation were mostly unsuccessful, but that is largely because the persons who surrounded the president declined to carry out orders or accede to his request. On collusion, the report did not find that President Trump or his 2016 campaign aides committed any crimes in their contacts with Russians. While the president declared victory, top Democrats vowed to keep investigating his actions.
He left that issue to the Congress of the United States, and we will need to consider it.
The Mueller team scrutinized 10 incidents that could potentially have led to obstruction of justice. Those included firing FBI Director James Comey and initial efforts to remove Mueller himself. The report also reveals the president's reaction when then Attorney General Jeff Sessions told him about Mueller's appointment. According to Sessions' former chief of staff, the president slumped in his chair and said, "Oh my God, this is terrible. This is the end of my presidency." But his reaction today, a Game of Thrones-style tweet, said simply, "Game over."
Nicole Killian, Hawaii News Now.
Clearly, there is compelling evidence for a number of factual occurrences by the president and the people around him that are very disturbing and could rise to the level of a crime under certain circumstances.
Well, the special counsel's report does not in any way exonerate the president. In fact, it implicates the president in criminal activity. So Congress has an obligation to act.
It is up to Congress now whether to pursue impeachment, but a conviction is considered unlikely since Republicans control the Senate.
Back in the islands, Governor Ige is asking lawmakers to revive the water rights bill that failed to pass this session. The bill would extend temporary permits for about a dozen companies, including Alexander and Baldwin, to continue diverting stream water. In a letter to lawmakers, Ige said the issue has been tainted by misinformation, but the bill should be revived to help keep farmers and ranchers in business. Environmentalists say this would allow companies to keep using water without complying with a new law requiring them to study and track their water use.
It's a complete failure of leadership and vision on the part of the governor and his office. It's supremely disappointing that he's trying to resurrect this zombie bill that ultimately benefits Alexander and Baldwin.
I agree with the governor. I think it needs to get done. Otherwise, all our water permits are in jeopardy. Come the end of the year, there's no guarantee we can continue to take water lawfully.
The House says it is up to the Senate whether to revive the bill. The Senate says it's working with the governor on the issue.
State senators are expected to vote on Monday to develop protections for Native Hawaiian cultural intellectual property. The resolution came about after a Chicago restaurant chain trademarked the name Aloha Poke and then issued cease and desist orders to Hawaii restaurants with similar names. The resolution would create a task force to create a legal framework to protect common words and even Native Hawaiian genetic resources such as taro.
Day 2 of the Lotte Championships. How did Michelle Wie play? We'll have an update coming up after the break.
With Ben Gutierrez.
Had a nice sundown over Ke'ehi Lagoon and Sand Island today, and we also had a very nice sunset on Oahu's North Shore. Check out the fact that there were hardly any clouds. Also, this is the pink moon rising over Hualalai in Kona on Hawaii Island, and the pink moon, the full moon, going up on South Kauai. It's known as the pink moon because this is, according to folklore, once again, when the ground covering flowers are blooming at that time of year, basically springtime. Looks like we've got just a few showers moving in on the trade wind flow. High pressure still in control with a high pressure ridge just to the north. All the storms, the major rainmakers are going around it, but we still have a few more showers for the east end of the state. Meantime, night and morning trade wind showers are going to be the norm as that high pressure area moves just off to the northeast. That'll keep our breezy trades and isolated showers coming in. Most of those will be happening again at night and in the morning. That's regarding the showers all the way into Tuesday. Basically a typical trade wind weather pattern for the next several days. For tomorrow, expect windward and Mauka showers, especially in the morning, with mostly sunny skies leeward. Our highs are going to be in the low to mid 80s. Hilo still has a 70% chance of showers. At the beach, we've got a north-northwest swell coming in. North shores will rise and peak to 6 to 8 feet tomorrow, 2 to 4 out west. Also, we've got a small trade swell starting to roll in on east shores at 2 to 4 feet and south shores at 1 to 3 feet. And over the next 7 days, maybe a few showers, most of them windward and Mauka, mostly sunny skies leeward over the next 7 days. We'll have those trade winds coming in at about 10 to 15 miles per hour.
All right, thank you, Ben. Well, she drew the biggest crowds, but today, Michelle, we missed the cut at the Lotte Championship.
Yeah, the Punahou grad finished second to last after apparently having problems following her surgery last year.
Kainoa Carlson has more from Ko'olina.
Unfortunately, a tough start to the LPGA Tour season continued for Michelle Wie here at home as she fails to make the cut for the third time since 2012. Wie teed off at 8:17 this morning, starting the day at 5 over, and needed to shoot 6 under in round 2 to make the cut. But she wasn't able to do so. She bogeyed back-to-back holes on 16 and 17, plagued by injuries she still felt in her right wrist. Pain so bad, she contemplated stopping.
Yeah, there was definitely a point. I mean, it hurt to put the ball on the tee. So it's just, but, I just didn't want to pull out, just try to fight through it. It's pretty bad. I'm just going to get some more imaging done today and just try to figure it out. It's just frustrating when, it just comes out of a sudden and then, it kind of just does that. So I need to figure it out and see, what's going on and see what my next steps are.
This is the second consecutive LPGA Tour event that Wie has failed to make the cut for. For a full recap from Day 2 at the Lotte Championship, head to our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. Reporting from Ko'olina, Kainoa Carlson, Hawaii News Now.
All right, and now to the shot of the day from Ko'olina. Watch as Angel Yin hits a lofting wedge on the 15th. The ball comes down, takes a bounce and hits her playing partner's ball. We'll see it again. Once it hits the ball, her ball spins right back into the hole for an eagle.
There it is. Well, despite that eagle, Yin shot a 3 over par today and did not make the cut for the weekend. But the shot counted for what analysts say is one of the luckiest shots ever seen in the sports. That's amazing.
I feel bad for the other golfer.
I know.
Like, what? Where's my ball? Incredible. Still to come tonight, what sparked a fire on a fishing boat in Honolulu Harbor?
And a celebration of Japanese history in Hawaii after the break.